using Manicotti today, or is that the American way of saying it?
So Rosemary's browning the sausage. We're actually going to make a pretty good batch here today. So she's got a pound of sausage that she's going to be browning. And then the way we make it is not to use the pasta shells, which some people do, but to make crepes, and that's kind of where it's different in our family. Yep. So we're going to make our own crepes.
Make our own crepes.
Put in some filling, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Okay, so starting with the crepes, we have 3 eggs. I think this is a basic crepe recipe. Is it not, ladies? No, I can't even break an egg. Don't do it like I'm doing it. Anyhow, we have 3 eggs that we're putting. Sorry. And then we're going to add, well, I guess it doesn't matter, a cup of water. We all have different ideas whether the wet should go first, the dry should go first. I like the wet to go first, but what do I know? And then a cup of flour. So that was 3 eggs, a cup of water, and a cup of flour. And
a little bit of salt.
Okay. Get the lumps out.
Now you can make this early and actually do it both ways. You can put the batter in the refrigerator and then make the crepes later, or you can make the crepes and use them later. They can be made like the day, or even like a day or 2 ahead, don't you think, Liz?
Yeah, I think so. And really, technically, you should let the batter rest for a little while, but we're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that.
So I'm just taking about 1/4 of a cup. And, that's the other thing. Carol, talk about that, what we're using today.
Well, this is our panini press, which I think a waffle or a pancake griddle will work. The bottom of a skillet will work. You could actually have a crepe pan, which none of us have, but that's fine. So, but this works really well for us because it allows you to make 2 at the same time or pretty close together, and just speeds up the process. And this batch makes about 12 crepes.
Carol, you can start talking about the filling. If you'd like to.
I will do that. The filling is really very simple. This whole recipe is very simple, actually. So, as you can see, my mother's recipe is a little dog-eared, but it's been through many years of good use. Again, you use 2 or 3 eggs, Mom says, in this recipe. I always use 3. I get that, excuse me, whipper here.
It's called a whip.
Okay, whip those up just a little bit, no big deal. Put in a 1/2 cup of, we use Pecorino Romano, but any kind of grated Romano cheese works in this. You don't have to get too fussy. And a pound of ricotta cheese. So then this will be the filling for probably, it'll be enough for at least 12, maybe a few more. All right. The Romano cheese helps hold the things together. It's really good and creamy. Then, one of the things I'm going to say, excuse me, and get some parsley here because I need to put some of that in. So, add some fresh parsley if you have it. Today we're using a little bit of dried. Probably a tablespoon, maybe. Not a lot. It gives it a little bit of a nice variation in color. And then I add just a little bit, and this is not totally authentic, but works for us, probably about a 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese. And that actually will help to bind the filling together, but that's optional. That's not something you've got to put in. That is the filling. All right. Well, we started this assembly line here. We're going to add a little bit of sauce to the bottom of the pan, just a little bit, enough to keep it nice and moist. And then we'll roll the crepe, a little bit of filling on the end. Yep, looks good to me. And I think I can make one more. Yep.
Okay, let me just throw this one together.
This is a pretty big pan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you probably are going to need another pan, or you'll have to squeeze them in tighter than we're doing. So that's basically what they'll be looking like.
Now, wasn't it so much easier than trying to stuff it in the noodle, for one thing, but it's just so much more delicate, too.
Yeah, and as I said, you know, you could make the crepes in advance,
right?
Make the filling in advance, and then the assembly is really pretty.
And the sauce in advance.
Yeah. Put a little bit of sausage,
which obviously, if you didn't eat meat, that's optional.
Vegetarian. And then, Rose, if you want to put a nice sprinkle of cheese down the center. That looks great. Great.
Yum.
Great.
That looks awesome.
More? That looks good, too. Just a little bit more. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so in the oven at 350
for about 20 to 30 minutes. It will start to kind of bubble, and you'll know it's ready. Okay. Well, we have the sausage that we cooked in here. We have a little left over with all the goodness from the sausage, and so I picked up some Swiss chard at the market yesterday, and if you don't know what Swiss chard is, it's just green. It's wonderful. It's a real mild. This is the red. They have rainbow. They have white, but it's just a real mild green. You can go ahead and get it if you want to. And then all you do is kind of lay the leaves on top of each other, roll them, and just cook them. They have to be perfect. They're going to be a certain size. And then we're going to just lightly saute them. And all that goodness in there, if you don't have enough, you have a little bit of the leftover from the sausage, you can add a little olive oil to it, a little garlic, salt, and pepper, and then it's perfect. Now this looks like a lot, but it will cook down, trust me. Here you go. Before you know it, I can figure out how to use this thing. That's it, just that's the There you go. Okay, so we're going to cut this down. And it should be ready as soon as the Manicotti is ready. Absolutely. And the Swiss chard that I sauteed is all sauteed down. See how all that doesn't look like much, but it's all mixed in with the sausage goodness. And we got to try some, right? We have to try some. Okay. This very minute. I'm about waiting for dinner. I'm going to pour some Chianti. Yeah, a little bit of Chianti will be good with that. Yeah, that's absolutely grand. So if our dinner guests haven't arrived yet, I guess it doesn't really matter because we've got enough to. We'll let them know what they missed. There you go. Oh, look at how pretty the colors. Oh my goodness. Yum. Oh, I need a fork. I happen to have a fork. All right, let's taste this. And do you have sorry. You want a fork? Oh, we got to taste this. Here, let me get you a glass of wine. You can't taste without a sip. And it's the crepe is just so light and delicate and tender. Oh my gosh, crepes are very tender, and the filling is wait till I'm done. And it should be hot coming out of the oven. Oh my God, it's so good. Doesn't that just taste like it just melts in your mouth? Memories of home. Well, yum. Here you go. Thank you. So the next time, what do you think we should make the next time we I'm in the mood for something sweet. Well, how about a blueberry dessert? We'll make maybe Aunt Betty's blueberry buckle. Sounds perfect. Okay, sounds good. Okay, next time, 3 sisters cooking Italian. Ciao!